Hi there, it's Eric here with nmbiztalk.com. We're here for another segment with a Albuquerque realtor. And I'm here today with Lucy from ABQ realtysearch.com.
That's correct.
Can you tell us a little bit about you and how you got into business, and tell us your story?
Well, my story starts as an entrepreneur.
Okay.
My family has, for generations, been in owning their own businesses, from my grandparents to my parents and now to myself. So it sort of runs in the family, I'd like to think. My both grandparents on both sides owned a grocery store in their area. I saw my father build his business from nothing, and it really gave him a lot of freedom. And so I thought I'd follow in his footsteps.
And can you tell us a little bit of what that journey is, or was, still is?
It still is. I did go to business school. I started a business in acoustical ceilings, which my husband and I own. And we decided we wanted to invest. And I learned that there's no better place to invest than in real estate. You can invest in stocks and other areas, but I think the best benefits come from real estate. And that's sort of why I jumped into this career, to see what was out there, to have more purchasing power, to educate others on the purchasing power that is out there. And that's sort of where I'm at now.
So tell us a little bit about what that is, purchasing power and investing into real estate. Tell us a little bit about what that looks like.
Sure. What I've learned is I like to use the synonym ideal to sort of put it all in one little package. The I would stand for income, which is what you get out of property rentals. It's a better investment than sometimes stocks and bonds can be. Even some of your bad rentals can give you some decent income. The D would be depreciation. You'd have to talk to a CPA, of course, to see what your situation and how your situation would benefit you. But also the E is for equity. You build equity. It could be passive or just over time. I mean, you don't want to wait to buy land or properties. You want to buy properties and then wait. That's how equity builds. Then comes the A, appreciation. And that's where you can go into the passive appreciation, which just means you purchase something and let time kind of help build value. Or you can force it and remodel, maybe get some renters in there and build appreciation that way. And then the L is leverage, and that can cut both ways. Sometimes it's a little riskier to borrow money, but it can open many other doors. And that's sort of what I've been living my life with, and it's something great to remember when you're trying to invest in property.
So how do you get your clients? What does that look like? Do they come to you and say, hey, we have an investment, a client that's looking for an investment property, or how does that come down the pipeline at your?
I try to work with referrals,
Okay.
Word of mouth. I'd like to let my services do the talking. I have business owners come to me and say, I need space for certain ventures that they'd like to take. And we get together, put together sort of a plan on what type of space they're looking for, and then that's where I come in. I make the process a little easier, make you basically run through any obstacles smoother than you typically would on your own.
So commercial spaces.
Commercial spaces, residential, leases. I've got a gentleman who's running a food truck who's interested in a space. So we'd get together. You can make an appointment with me, and we'd talk about what your needs are and what the city holds, what areas you're looking for, And so far, then we put a plan together.
Wow, that sounds pretty straightforward. So, food trucks, so it would be like someone with a food truck wanting to expand into a commercial space. So that's a nice next step for an entrepreneur that wants to have that brick and mortar
Right, it
location.
is. And not only that, but I can introduce them to other people who are willing to invest or looking for ideas to invest in. So,
Projects.
sort of a matchmaker in that sense as well.
Wow, that's really nice. So what else do you work with? Do you work with just investment properties, or will
No,
you
I work
sell
with first-time buyers as
Okay.
well, or people who are trying to level up, going from a home that they maybe outgrew and are looking for something with more space, perhaps starting a family or have pets who, cannot be in an apartment or a small area. So I'd like to think I work with a diverse group of people, and I'm available to give help and advice to anyone who's looking for either investment properties or primary residency.
And do you mainly work with referrals, or how do you prefer to like?
I prefer referrals. I think it's important to find someone who you can trust. There are a lot of agents out there and a big pool to pull from, and so I prefer the referral service. I do subscribe my clients to a newsletter that I create every month to sort of keep them up to date with the market, local events, to sort of keep that relationship intact and be there for whoever needs my assistance.
Do you also go to networking events or primarily referrals?
I'll hit a couple of networking events to see what the market is like. It's important that I am up to date with the market as well, and so I'm always learning something new. But basically, referrals is where my clientele comes from.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you would like our audience to know about you, your agency?
Just that we can help you with just about anything that you're interested in moving forward with. There are a lot of areas, multifamily properties, single family properties, commercial properties, leases. We're here to help you.
And where could first of all, is there anything else you want to add to that? As far as what you want our audience to know about you? Or where could our audience find you?
You can reach us at ABQ Realty Search.com/Lucy, Lucy.
Okay, well, I don't have much else to add. I appreciate you coming by and checking us out and telling us a little bit about what you do, and I think it was very informative.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And that wraps it up here at nmbiztalk.com. We thank you very much. Please visit our website and keep watching our shows. We appreciate all of you in our audience. Thank you.